Hi, good morning. This is the Morning Talk with LENORA. It's Friday. It's been a very long week for me. I had a lot of doctor's appointments and procedures and stuff, but today I just get to stay home. I don't have to go anywhere today, so that's good. So that'll give me a chance to do some self-care. One of the things I do like doing is that I love to do music therapy. So I will be in my headphones kind of getting some of the music that I love. I'm going to share my playlist sometime. I like Shaka Khan and I like the music from, I can't even say her name. Her name was really long. I actually heard her music in a movie. Nichelle. Forgive me if you hear me, but I love your music even though I can't say your name. But I do love your music. So I'll be doing that. And, it's, as I said, it's been a long week. A very challenging week, I must say. I am starting the week off the same way. On Monday, I have on my vintage Steelers jersey because I did celebrate the Eagles that win for Super Bowl on Monday, so that still stands. But I have on my vintage Steelers shirt today, so I tell you, it's all about me today. I got my tea, and I'm challenging myself every day that I come on this and make this video, challenging me to do things that I would never do. I'm kind of to myself kind of person. I don't know if shy is appropriate, but I'm, I spend a lot of time with myself. I'm people friendly, but I do spend a lot of time with myself and doing things in front of a lot of people and, where I'm the center of attention. It's very hard. I can be a part of a group, I can be part of people you looking at, but have all eyes on me, man. That's a hard one for me. I can remember before I had been diagnosed with myasthenia, I used to sing on my church choir. This voice that I have, I actually didn't have this before. This is also one of the things that I've gotten from Myasthenia Gravis. I did sing alto, but I didn't speak so like this before so deeply. I even have a tape where I hear myself, I go, oh, my voice is so high. So I know it's changed. So, as I was saying, I was on the church choir. And I sang alto. Well, when you sing in the choir, you sing in front of the church, right? Like everybody on stage, all eyes on you. My heart was in it. It was a challenge that God placed in my heart to do because it wasn't on my agenda. But when it came about for me to do, I did it. I sang on the choir. I even tried out. I was so uncomfortable trying out that I probably was the first person ever to audition for the choir with my back to the choir. They're on the floor, I'm on the stage, I'm facing the wall singing. And unfortunately, our choir director banned that practice, so nobody else can do it again ever. But I did make the choir. So, I do my practices and, I sang. But what I used to do was, when it was time for us to walk on the stage, usually the altos come first, and I think it's the tenors and the bass, and then the sopranos, if I'm recalling correctly. So, which means that we walked out first. Okay, I can handle that. We walking out first. I wasn't looking all around, looking for my homies and none of that stuff. I just walked out. She would think I was in a parade, but I didn't walk out. So I walked out, and I was good because I knew soon the other altos would get in front of me, because I made sure I was one person to go out, so I'd be on the back row and everybody would go in front of me, or I'd move to the back. So anyway, that was how I sang on the choir. I was very enthusiastic about it and everything. So one day we had a pastor at our church. It was from Nigeria, lovely man. I loved both him and his wife. And he said to me in his Nigerian accent, he said, "Miss Kosh, why are you hiding?" And I looked at him and go, "You could tell." He looked at me. I'm like, wow, you mean people could tell that I'm hiding? Because I didn't think I was hiding. I was showing up. So, which was a challenge to me. Because myasthenia is a challenge. It's a challenge to live with. Every day, there's something that you could possibly deal with. And it does have remission. There are people who are in remission, who don't take any medications at all, and who don't, have to go through the treatments, and who are kind of living without meds. And gives me goals. It's something that I would love to aspire to, of course. But right now I do. I take meds, I take treatments, and each day it's a surprise. So during this confessional, instead of a talk show, it's more of a confessional, it's really good for me. It kind of takes me out of that moment, those moments when I'm actually handling and dealing with the things that go along with my new life. So this is good, and it's challenged me to get to a point where I am comfortable talking in front of people. So I see you guys as people, so I'm just not looking at myself. I'm actually talking to people. So that's good. And I'm drinking my tea. I am. It's very tasty today. And I am here to represent my book. It is called The Mirror Image of Me. And it is a small part of my physical and spiritual journey with myasthenia gravis, or a chronic illness, for which it is. There's more for me to come, through the grace of God, I believe. So, I just shared a small part with you there. What I would like to do before I go is actually ask you to subscribe to my channel, to be part of my audience. So to subscribe, you just hit the subscribe button, and then there's a little bell that you can also hit, which is notifications, which would notify you every time that I would post. So I'm not doing any more this week. I'm going to come back next week. You all have a great weekend, and thank you so much for sharing your week with the Morning Talk with LENORA. Goodbye.